Hey guys, this video was actually shot in August through September of 2021. I stopped on the body work as I had the car running pretty good. I wanted to take it to the track a little bit. And then this winter I started doing the stuff with the transmission and the engine. So that's why this video hasn't got posted yet. Good morning, folks. A little Furious update for you. This car's, today I guess I'm going to be working on the body still working on the body. Still working on that same side, trying to get that side looking as good as I can. I had to redo one little small section. I just didn't like the way it was starting to crack already. So, you know, cut it back out and we'll redo it. So hopefully we can get it finished today. The car's running okay. It's got it's frustrating. The carburetor I put on it, the second carburetor, is got a little misfire in it. So I don't know if I'll mess with that today, but I have sourced another carburetor. So we'll see how that goes. I may put that on, but I want to check a few things first before I do that. But let me get this body straightened out, and then I guess I'll go to the other side. I've decided to probably go ahead and put the 410 ring and pinion gear in it, spool. I'll probably turn the car around to do that. I don't like working on the back of the shop like that. It's too hot back down in there. So that's the plan. We'll work on the body today and see if we can get that finished up. And then we'll just maybe swap carburetors out tomorrow and try that. Okay, folks. I just thought I'd give you a little Furious update. I am still out here working on this car. I'm still working on this quarter panel, and I have moved to the door. I've done some work on the door. But on the quarter panel, this was all rusted out. All these little spots you see was rust holes. And what I ended up doing, the big ones, I filled in with fiberglass. Probably here. Filled in with fiberglass, maybe there. And then I came back in with epoxy and put hardened it. And that stuff hardens, put hard epoxy in it. And then you have to grind that down with these things because it gets so hard. So you use these little discs here. This is all the sandpaper I've gone through. Same here, fiberglassed it. On this, the hole was too big. These two were too big. So what I did, I fiberglassed these, and then I came in and skim coated it with Bondo, and got it pretty slick. And the light green or the blue green is spot putty, just for like little pinholes and stuff that pop up into Bondo and whatnot, or little crevices and stuff. That's what that's for. It's a fast drying spot putty. Same here. You know, the light green is just a spot putty, just to kind of get it that final stage of slickness. I tried red spot putty, and it dries so slow. And of course, the spot putty is a little old too that I had, but it would take a long time to dry. I just didn't like it, so I went and got the green, and it dries in 2 hours. It's really hard. You can sand on it with a mild disc, something like this here, but you don't want to hit it with a heavy disc. But you gotta be careful. But anyway, that's where we're at. It's pretty smooth right now. I'm gonna let it dry. I just wiped it down. I just got through wet sanding it, and I wiped it down, let it get good and dry, and we'll hit it with another coat of primer. I got bare metal, so use epoxy primer, and I'm just using this rattle can stuff, you know, self-etching epoxy primer. I've been wearing my mask, you know, to get the dust, keep the dust from getting to me. That works a lot. Like I said, I got a little underneath the bottom of the door where you can't see it. It's got rot holes, especially up towards the front, which is ironic that it would have it up there. But it does. Probably about 1 foot long. So I'm just gonna get some fiberglass mesh matting and soak it in resin and just push it up in there. And I'm not gonna worry about that. You can't see it. As long as it holds, that's all I care about. And I'll just paint it probably light gray or something. Who knows? Maybe yellow. I don't know. Who cares? So that's where we're at, folks. I started on this car in, I think this July 20th, 21st, along in there. And here it is, August the 9th or 10th. I don't know what day it is, but I got a lot of man hours just in this, and I've only recently started doing that. I went in and I did go in and drill some lightning holes where there was some good solid metal. I put some lightning holes. Let me give you an example right here. And this right here was already done like that. I just cleaned it up, and I'm gonna leave it like that. That's fine. The guy had put Bondo in there, but up underneath, right up under here, as you get towards the front of the car, probably about a section this long. It's just about that wide. It's all gone, rusted away. Lightning holes. So that's where we're at. Gosh, I have no idea how many man hours I've got in this thing. Holy cow, a lot. And I still got to do the other side. And I hope the door on the other side is not as bad as this one. And I don't think the quarter panel is, but who knows? I didn't think this one was that bad. So there you go. We'll shoot it with some primer as soon as it dries and flashes. And hopefully that'll be the last time I'll be done with this. And just I'll get the fiberglass matting one day this week and get that put in. And then I put the carburetor, I put another carburetor on the car, the third carburetor that has been on this car since, I guess, in the last few months. Hopefully it'll work. Didn't want to fire it up today. This thing's loud, and who knows if carburetor's not right. It was spitting and popping, so Sunday afternoon I didn't want to fire it up today. So we'll probably fire it up one day next week. So hopefully it'll work out okay. All right, folks, there you go. Well, I went on in fiberglass, got all this looking pretty good. It's pretty smooth, pretty slick. And I'm finishing up a little spot here, and another little hole has emerged right there. And then it's like whack-a-mole on this car. But that's pretty slick. I'll come back in with a little skim coat. And boy, I tell you what, a lot of work, a lot of work. Okay, folks, Bob here. It's day 2 on the passenger side body repair. All that hardened up good, so still a little sticky. We had another rain come through last night. It was very humid, and stuff didn't dry as hard as I wanted it to, as it should have. So I got my trusty heat gun out here. I'm gonna hit it with a little heat and see what we can do there. Even this is not as hard as it should be. And I put enough hardener in it, I know. It was a brand new can, and I stirred it. Same with that. So what we're going to do, we'll hit it with the heat gun. I was going to take the slick off, but I swear I hate to jack the car up and go through all that again. I'm just going to put some cardboard over it and just be extra careful around right in here and right down in there. But let me get the heat gun on this thing, and like I said, it rained a lot last night. And they were calling for flash floods this morning, but so far it's just been a couple of mild showers came through. But right now I got the door open. It is 67 degrees and the wind is blowing and it's damp. I'm wearing shorts and short sleeve shirt. It's a tiny bit chilly. One of the deals you got to get kind of used to it. We're getting in the middle of October now, so I'll be okay though. All right, let me get started on this. Well, folks, came out here this morning about 9:30 or so, expecting all this stuff to be good and dry and hard, and it wasn't. Spread this Bondo and this epoxy about 4 o'clock yesterday, and hung around in the shop till about 5. And weather was okay. But last night we had some rain, and I don't know what happened, but this stuff didn't dry. I came out here this morning and stuck my finger right there and went all the way through to the metal. And all this here was dry and hard, but it wasn't hard as I'd like. That there just fell completely out, so I got to redo it. And that little pinhole there fell completely out, but all this here was still kind of soft. I've spread so much of this stuff over the years. I've never had that problem. Never. This stuff here is still soft. Now what I did, you can see I'm still putting I don't know what's going on with these. I put a heat gun on it, and I have got this pressed pretty hard now. It's not hard enough to sand, but this here is, when I put the heat gun on it, it bubbled up really bad. I let it cool off about 10 to 15 minutes, and I put the heat gun on it the second time. It didn't bubble up nowhere near as bad. This one here was still bubbling up, so I may need to hit it one more time with the heat gun. I'm not letting it cool, but I've never seen this. This is this way this car is. Everything on this car goes bonkers. I know I put enough hardener in it. Squirted a bunch of hardener in it. And matter of fact, I thought I'd put too much in it. So I don't know. When you put a heat gun on it, 14 hours later and it's bubbling up. Something ain't right. Like I said, we had some humidity last night, but I've been spreading mud out here on this car for several months, and I've had humidity, plenty of humidity and a lot of rain to deal with. I've never had that happen, especially with this. Okay, Furious fans, we're at day number 3 of the right side quarter panel repair. When we left off, I was having trouble with the Bondo. It wasn't hardening up, and it never did harden up. I gave it probably about 3 more hours. So I ended up scraping it back off, and I put fiberglass in here. And I was intending to put fiberglass in here, so this is fine. I planned on doing that. Right here, the Bondo is still a tiny bit soft. I don't know what's going on. I may have to scrape that off and redo it. Don't know yet. I'm not worried about that. What we've got here, I don't know if you guys can see, there's just a hair of a gap there. I can probably put a little putty in that. But right here is a different story. We got a nice little gap there, so it's going to have to be another piece of fiberglass put in. Probably to where the C is right here, all the way to this 1/8. Where we at? Right here. So that little bit right through there. Another strip of fiberglass right in through here. And I guess we'll be good to go. I think put a little skim coat of Bondo or something in there. We'll be fine. I do believe. I might put another piece of glass. Who knows? Oh me. All right, let me get back at it. Okay, I put that second piece of fiberglass in right here. I thought about doing the Bondo, ended up fiberglassing it, and I put the second piece in right here, and it's still a little low. I can see it with the naked eye. It's really low right in here, and it looks a little high right there. So. But right through about here, I've narrowed it down a little bit. I think one more piece of glass right in there probably will get that. I guess we ain't got no choice at this point. Just see if that hardens up. I don't think it is. I really don't. I got a sneaky feeling I'm going to have to scrape it off and mix up some more Bondo with I got a brand new tuba hardener, which I should have done. I should have put the brand new tuba hardener into use, but I didn't. So anyway, that's where we're at. We'll let that dry, and I don't know if I should put the second piece of fiberglass over top of this now, or over top of this after it dries, or over top of this after I've sanded it down. I don't know enough about fiberglass work. I'm just a weekend warrior out here trying to make my car look better and run better. If anybody's got any tips, let me know. Okay, folks. Sanded down the fiberglass. Got it looking pretty good. Decided to put another little small patch here and a little small patch here. Just trying to get a little bit, perfect, I guess. I hate to say that word. Same thing up here. Had just a little bitty hole here. Just decided to use body filter on that. Ended up having to scrape this back out. It never. I tried to sand it down. Figured I'd put some heat in it, and it just, as soon as I started sanding, it just started crumbling up. So I put some. I scraped it out, put some more body putty in it, Bondo, with a lot of hardening. You see it's turning kind of a pinkish brown. That's how much hardener I put in it. I'm gonna make damn sure it hardens this time, and I can tell it's all ready. Look at that, that's like a rock. So I think we're good this time. Made a mess. Look at the mess on the floor. Ended up covering the slick with a piece of cardboard and a sheet. Got sanding powder all over the damn car. It is what it is. All right, we'll get out here probably. I ain't gonna have time to mess with tomorrow. Got customers' cars tomorrow, so maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see. I doubt it, though.